It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Younilook, let your mirror wear your lenses.
Oh, and as you can see, our adventure with this proudly South African invention, Younilook, it continues. And the product that quite literally, it lets your mirror wear your lenses. And over the past few weeks, we've been privy to this amazing device and how it's imbuing its users with confidence once more. And a truly novel and innovative idea. And for all the world to be inventors out there, the would-be inventors out there. It's time to take note as we turn to patenting 101, how you can too develop the next big craze, and equally important, how you can protect that idea from would-be imitations. Now here with the professional expertise, we have the designer and co-founder of Younilook. We have Calvin Samuel and partner at IP law firm Spoor and Fisher, John Foster, with us in studio. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Zane.
Very exciting. And Calvin, I'm going to start off with you, because this is a brilliant idea. It literally allows your mirror to wear your lenses. It is a concept that's not been designed yet, but I think, you know, starting from the beginning, when you came up with this idea, what was that next step you took to make it happen?
Well, firstly, I've known Benedict for 10 years, so we've had this constant working relationship, and she's always coming into the office with these crazy ideas, you know, excited, I've got a new idea. And I remember one day she came in and she says, I've got this great idea. And she told me about the Younilook. And for me, my first reaction was, okay, it's genius, it's brilliant, but surely it's done before. Like, someone must have thought about this, right? So I kind of didn't believe her. And I did my research on my own. And I think one of the first steps was to do the market research. And when you start discovering that your idea can fill a market that is as big as Younilook, then you start to really get excited, and then you can start exploring what sort of protection ideas there are out there. So after we, figured out how big the market is, we contacted a patent lawyer. We sat down with them, and that was great because they really guide you through the process, and they take care of all the technical jargon and that.
Yeah, so. And that's quite important, because you want to protect your idea. You don't want someone to copy it. You don't want someone to steal it, and you want to be the first to, be like, this is our product. It's proudly South African. This is Younilook. Now, John, moving over to you, when it comes to registering an idea, getting it, developing, it's quite a process. There's a lot of rules and processes in place. For anyone that's interested in, branding their concept, what do they need to do?
Well, yes, it's a very long and it can be a very daunting process. As Calvin mentioned, it usually starts off with you doing some of your own research to see what sort of market there might be for your product or for your invention. The next step would be to conduct a novelty search through a patent attorney, and then to file your provisional patent application. Now, that's essentially a sort of summary of your invention, which briefly describes it, and if necessary, includes some drawings to explain how it's going to work. That gives you sort of a 1-year period within which you need to take further patenting steps, like filing a complete patent specification. And that's something that needs to be done through a patent attorney. Now, it can be a very costly process. There are lots of legal fees, lots of disbursements, and those costs can also grow significantly if you're going to extend your patent protection to a number of international territories. It's very important that you chat upfront with your patent attorney about what you have to expect during the process. But that year can also be used for doing product development, conducting market research, building a prototype if you would like, discussing with potential investors in your product. So it can also be quite a fun and exciting time.
I can imagine it must be necessary, because the payoff is also great, because at the end of the day, you've protected and, patent your idea. Now, Calvin, it sounds like a lengthy process and quite a big and necessary one. Throughout this time period of designing and getting Younilook to be what Younilook is, what were some of the highs and lows you experienced?
You're right. It's a constant journey of many highs and lows. And I think one of the things that we've underestimated in ourselves is that how long and tedious the design and development and marketing process is. We've been living and breathing Younilook for the last 4 years. So it takes a lot of your time and dedication. Some of the highlights that we can remember is seeing the product in its full fruition.
Yeah.
And having people use the Younilook and hear back from them. And we've had the most incredible response since we've launched of how this is changing people's lives. And Younilook is a real solution to a daily problem.
It
So that's
is
been
a
great.
solution, and it's giving anyone that uses it. I'm saying women now because I'm seeing the lady applying her makeup. I've been using it, but it gives you that power back. Especially, there's something about being vulnerable, not being able to see.
For sure.
But now, literally, your mirror wears your lenses. And John, you did mention that this is quite a big process to go forward. But for anyone out there that's currently watching now and they feel like they've got that next R1 billion idea, what would you, if you had to narrow down to one thing that's very important for them to consider, what would you say is the most important thing?
So it's very important, obviously, to file your patent application before you disclose your invention, because otherwise you're destroying the novelty of your own invention. But also, you're getting 20 years of protection through your patent. And the costs and the long duration of the process, everything looks very daunting. But importantly, the money that you're putting in, that's all a market that you're securing for yourself for the next 20 years. And along the way, you'll get investors, you'll get other people on board, and you will see your product coming into the marketplace. So extremely exciting, and you're going to get your money's worth out at the end of the day. So if you've got a new idea, take it forward, you can do it, you can make it a reality, like we've seen with Younilook.
And invest in that idea. Well, John, Calvin, thank you so much for joining us this morning, sharing your inspiration and the journey that it's gone through to create what Younilook is all about. And we also have some interesting and worthwhile advice that we've just heard from John and Calvin for all of the inventors out there. And we want to just say thank you once again to Calvin and John for joining us today. And if you at home want to go on innovation and you set out, go out and be global, why don't you just head on over to takealot.com to purchase your Younilook today. You can also head to our Expresso Facebook page. We've got a link there for you to shop it right now. We make it nice and easy for you. And we're also very excited to launch a competition in tandem with Younilook. Now, if you'd like the chance to win 10,000 Rand cash, simply head on over to the Expresso Facebook page and reply to the competition post telling us why you need a Younilook in your life. Now, you will not only be winning 10,000 Rand cash, but the winner will also be getting 2 Younilooks for themselves. Now, those T's and C's, they do apply and can be found on our website, and the competition will be closing this Thursday morning at 9 a.m. So make sure you head on over through to the Expresso Facebook page.
Younilook, let your mirror wear your lenses.